So here's an easy way of putting it. Music is the language of what we love and what we love to do. You know, it's one of those things where no matter how much time and how much effort that you put into it, music will always be there. No matter if you play music, if you love to listen to it, if you just love to be around it, it's always been a part of who we are. Now, I don't know about you, but I was born listening to music, you know. As soon as funny story, as soon as I was born, I stayed in the hospital for a few days, and then we went home. First thing I listened to, elevator music. It was great. Worst music in the world. Don't ever get to it. But anyways, that's a whole different topic. But basically what I'm trying to tell you right here is that music inspires, and it keeps people going. And without music, where would we be in the world? Think about it. If you just go outside and listen to the birds, what's a bird's call sound? What's a bird sound like? Basically, it's just a call. It's a song. That's why they call it a bird's song. So, if we're trying to just not do anything and trying to get music out of us, what's the point? You know, if we're just going around saying, oh, la-di-da-da-la-la, and saying, okay, well, music isn't a necessary thing, well, you are dead wrong. I can guarantee to you that. According to the Huffington Post, music inspires young people and gives more emotion into their everyday activities. So think about it. When you go to the gym and you work out for a little bit, what do? You listen to music. What do they have playing? Some pretty good workout music going. That gets you pumped up. It gets you going. It wants to make you move around and do something. You know, it's just one of those things. It's a really, really, really great thing that you can do in your life. Another thing that you can do, according to Undertow, is that music is magic. It soothes, it creates memories, it changes lives. And for example, if you go to a concert, let's say now at the time of year, you go to the Nutcracker at the Pioneer Center, and you just listen. You close your eyes. You can listen to the pit, and you can hear every single note. And it's beautiful. There is not one note that's out of tune. That gives you the memory to do what you want to do. According to Pure, music creates the purest emotions in us. And coming from a musician's standpoint, music will and always has created a pure emotion. So what do we do with this pure emotion? Well, with this pure emotion, what you can do is you can put it into your everyday activities like we were just talking about. You can go out and you can be spontaneous. You can go get a cat for all I care. No, that's up to you. But my main point here is that the purest emotion that you can get comes through music. And later, if you think about it, there's a theory, and I'm not expecting any of you to know about this, but there's a theory called the arousal theory. And I know, arousal, no, it's not that. It's the theory that an understanding listener is essentially moved by music or a musical performance or just any performance in general. But any performance in general always has music. It creates the mood. So if you can create an entire bubble of music that's just around you, you create that memory. You create that performance in your mind. If you close your eyes during a musical performance and you just listen and you do anything, just be calm, you can picture the notes running through your mind. Different colors, different shapes. It's not like you're getting high or anything, but you know, that's what I know about. Anyways, so you know, you gotta speak the language of emotion. It's super cliche, I know it is, but the language of emotion is what gets us to where we need to be. So think about it. If you go to a funeral, you hear sad music. That's the emotion talking in all of us. So what do we do with that emotion? We have to channel that emotion. Music gives us emotions that nothing else can give us. So if you think about it, Create a memory. Go to a concert. And then you go, and then on your way home, you're listening to that, and you're like, oh my gosh, that song was so great. I'm never going to be able to unhear that. And then you think you forget about it. And then 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, a year down the line, you hear the song on the radio. And you take a flashback to that one concert. What do you do with that one concert? You remember. You give that emotion. That emotion is what gives you the drive to do what you want to do in life. And, non-emotions are all cognitive, The conscious brain does not tell us everything that we need to know. It filters so many things out in the world. But these emotions are not fake. It has been scientifically proven when musicians, or just anyone in general, goes in for like an MRI scan, and they start listening to, let's say, a Bach prelude. All of a sudden, when they don't listen to the music, there's nothing going on in their brain. There's no activity. But as soon as that music comes on, as soon as that first note happens, the brain gives a cognitive response. And this is a proven theory from Stanford, from Michigan, from Florida, anywhere in the world. It's one of those things that you just have to keep in your life. Now, people are going to say that there's a theory called an error theory, and it's exactly what it sounds like, that musical emotions are fake. But that is wrong. 100% wrong. When it comes to it, music gives us the emotions that we have in a daily life. Happy birthday. It's a happy song. Wedding procession. That's a happy song. Funeral procession. That's a sad song. But those all give us our emotions. And those emotions are what make us us. And those emotions are not fake. Now, some of you would be saying that negative emotion can bring sadness and that can be a bad thing. But that is not a bad thing. We are all human. And if we're human and we don't show any emotion, does that really make us human? What is the point if you can't show emotion? That is the beauty of the human nature. Now, some of you may be saying, oh, human nature, ha 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 ha. No. We are our own selves. No matter what we do, music brings emotion into us. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter when, it doesn't matter where. You can be on the road, you can be taking a road trip, and all of a sudden you hear a song that you haven't heard in years, and you think back to remembering your childhood. That childhood memory makes us who we are. And if we can't be who we are, then what are we? Now, take my personal experience. I was born into music. My dad was playing saxophone before I could even remember. He's a teacher in the district. He has been for over 20 years. And, it's impacted me. It's changed my entire life. It's given me new opportunities that nothing else could have ever given me. I play in the Reno Youth Phil Orchestras, as a guest performer. UNR pays me money to go to school. And for playing music, if I can get paid $1,500 a semester, $1,700 a semester, $2,000 a semester, that is worth it. That is worth every little bit in the long run. Music makes us who we are. Music gives us everything that we are. And I know it's complicated. Music doesn't always give us what we want. But in life, we do not always get what we want. It's one of those things that no matter how hard we try, anything and everything is possible. Music gives us these emotions. And without these emotions, are we really human? So, it's one of those things, you know, you can't put a stamp on it. It doesn't matter who you are, where your background is, anything like that. Music is what makes us who we are, and music gives us all of our emotions on a daily basis. Do not take anything for granted, because music keeps us who we are. And if we can't be who we are, then who are we really?